This video is going to show you how to use the digital multimeter, a tool that allows you to measure a lot of different things about an electrical circuit. We're going to talk today about voltage, current, and also room temperature, so you'll be able to measure those things for your investigations. The multimeter has a number of different locations to attach probes, and also has a dial that allows you to select different types of measurements. For everything that we're going to be doing, there always needs to be something plugged into the center, into the common circuit terminal there, and that's usually the black one. The red probe then is going to go into one of these other three holes depending on what you're trying to measure. We're going to start with voltage, so we're going to put it in over here on the left and turn our dial to V. So now these two terminals will measure the voltage across any 2 points you touch them to. In order to measure voltage on a circuit, you need a completed functioning circuit like this one here with 3 light bulbs. And then you take our two terminals, probes, and you just touch them to any 2 points on the circuit. Like if I touch them here and here, I'm measuring the voltage across this one bulb. From here to here, I can measure the middle bulb, or I can go from here to here and measure both of them at the same time. It's always measured between 2 individual points. For measuring current, we have to move the probe out of the voltage indicator and into one of these two current options. Current is measured on this multimeter either through a large 10 amp measurement or through a much smaller micro or milliamp measurement. The purpose of the micro milli is to get more precision, but if you run too much current through those, you're going to blow the fuse on the device. So we always start in the 10 amp circuit and turn our dial to measure in whole amps. If it turns out the current is too small to register, it'll show 0 on this display, and then we'll move into a more sensitive reading. But for now, we're going to start always in the 10 amp circuit. Measuring current requires you to wire the multimeter right into the circuit, so you can't just touch the ends of a functioning circuit. You take one like this that's broken apart, and we just insert the 2 probes on the open ends of the circuit. Doing so completes the circuit and lights the bulb, and then the device will tell us how much current is passing through the multimeter. The measurement here is 0.121 amps, which is plenty accurate enough for us, but if it wasn't, we could, since that's a pretty low current, move this down into the more sensitive reading and try to find out the current in milliamps. And we'd get the same result, just in a slightly different unit. The last thing that we can measure with this, or that we will measure with this, is temperature. Temperature has a special thermometer probe that has both of these 2 connections in one plug. That just needs to go into the device with the plus end in the common, the minus end in the common, the plus end in the temperature reading. Turn the dial to degrees Fahrenheit, and the probe will tell you the temperature in the room, 72 degrees. Use this multimeter to take some measurements of the circuits as instructed on your tables and start getting those up on the board, and start thinking about how you can use these types of measurements to design your own investigation.